A bridge's structure is highly important because thousands of people travel across them daily. Bridge scour removes supportive rocks and soil from under a bridge's foundation, which can compromise a bridge's integrity and ability to carry heavy vehicles. Around 80% of bridge failures over water are due to scour. Many of these failures have resulted in injuries and even deaths.
Bridge scour is caused by high velocity water that removes the rocks and soil around the foundation of bridge piers and abutments, and of course then weakens the structure because it doesn't have the support. Now, how do you get all this high velocity water? You have discrete vortices that have intense velocities that are produced by the presence of the pier and the abutment, and they bring high velocity water down from the top of the river, and that's where it produces the scour. When we get high water events, and we're getting more of them with climate change, more floods, more intense rainfalls, we will get the high water that will produce the high velocities that will scour away the rocks and soil under the foundation of the piers and abutments, weaken them, and then they will collapse. One example that comes to mind is the collapse of the bridge at Scour Creek. There had been intense rainfall and there was snow melt in the spring, and this produced water levels that were 25 feet. They were 10 feet above flood stage, whereas the normal river was 6 feet. And the bridge pier that collapsed had not been properly renovated with riprap to protect it from scour. So it collapsed, and 2 spans collapsed with it, and 10 people died there that day.
A bridge foundation with evidence of some scour at low water speeds is considered scour critical. 20,904 bridges in the U.S. are currently rated as scour critical. With so many bridges in danger of possible damage, now more than ever, we need to take action against scour.
The vortices that cause scour are produced locally at the piers and abutments. And the only way to prevent them is to design the shape of the piers and abutments to prevent the formation of these vortices. If you don't do that, you're going to get the vortices that cause the scour. We also use the Vorgauer vortex generators to create vortices that are of the opposite sense to counteract the bad vortices. Bridge scour is a very important issue because we need to protect people from bridge failures during these events of high flow rates.
AUR Incorporated created and designed products that can prevent scour at all speeds for many different bridge designs. With their scour design, they can prevent scour with streamlined fairings for bridge piers and abutments. With their Vorgauer vortex generators, they can create CW vortices that bring low-speed flow up from the bottom and prevent scour. This allows for a longer bridge life.
AUR got into the bridge scour prevention business because I knew how to design shapes of piers and abutments to avoid these discrete vortices that cause scour. We did a great deal of research and development on our own, and then we were funded partly by the National Cooperative Highway Research Program administered by the National Academy of Sciences to do full-scale tests, and it was very successful. As a result of all this work, we received 3 patents for the unique nature of our inventions. Because we have surface shapes for piers and abutments that prevent the formation of discrete vortices that cause scour, this is a disruptive technology from previous temporary countermeasures that only get rid of a scour at low speeds. Now, the scour fairings prevent the formation of vortices. The Vorgauer vortex generators provide counter-directional vortices that prevent the scouring vortices from doing scour. I was a graduate student at Stanford and began to measure and study turbulent flows using novel instrumentation. And then later in 1980s, I became involved with the Navy to study and learn how to prevent vortices that cause noise on submarines. I became an expert on this subject and am currently a consultant to NASA on reducing the adverse effects of flows at the juncture of wings and fuselage. The future of AUR will be to implement the scour and Vorgauer designs in various bridges, and after some experience with that, we will expand our product line to handle other bridge situations.
To learn more about AUR Incorporated, visit noscour.com.